would you please turn off all cell phones while we are in flight? In case of an emergency landing, your exits are to your rear and to your front. And on behalf of our director, Casey Higgins, we would like to dedicate this afternoon's performance for her birthday. And would you please join the cast in singing for her? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Casey. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, and please enjoy the show.
Is slow, and the lilies on the lake are broad and large. We're all living here in clover, and the mating season's over, so there won't be cause for anyone to blush. In our land both green and pleasant, every bantam, duck, and pheasant, if they had them, would be walking arm in arm. For our life is good and steady till we're plucked and oven ready. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. There's a turkey with a gobble, watch his waddle start to wobble when the rooster cock-a-doodles the alarm. We've got pullets, we've got chickens, we've got quails, what the dickens. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. What a gorgeous vision this is. It's Ida, she's my missus. So forgive me if I'm laying on the schmaw. She goes in for heated quacking to point out the skills I'm lacking.
It's a poultry
tale of folk down on the farm.
Come on down and don't be strangers. In our backyard of free rangers. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. Here where waterfowl have waddled, little chicks get mollycoddled, for the cat would like to do them grievous harm. He's our only source of worry, feathers rarely get to flurry. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm.
chicken wouldn't even make a palatable soup. But when those little ducklings hatch, that's a flavor you won't match. They're delicious and I just can't get enough. As a villain who is feline, you will see me make a beeline for those tender little juicy balls of fluff.
Still sitting? I don't know, it's okay for some.
Well, if you like the sound of it so much, why don't you take a turn on the nest? And wipe your webs. I just did the floor this morning.
Oh, Ida, I'd love to have a crack at sitting on those eggs for a bit, but you look so comfortable, it seems a shame to disturb you.
And what about that extension you promised to build on the nest? It's going to be very cramped when the little ones arrive, especially with that one big egg in the clutch. Goodness knows what size that chick's going to be.
You know, I reckon that could be a turkey's egg.
Oh, Drake.
I had the same problem with my ex.
Here we go.
We had a whole pack of troubles with those young ones, I can tell you. They're afraid to go in the water. She even had me running up and down the bank yelling, "Frank Purdue!" And they still wouldn't go in.
Drake, how would a turkey's egg get to be in my nest? Must be your side of the family.
We'll just have to wait and see who he looks like, won't we, dear?
Yes, dear.
Anyway, I must fly. I promised Rooster I'd help him count his chickens. Shall I see you back here?
Well, where else do you think I'm going to be? As a duck, when you're stuck, sat sitting in the middle of your nest, then at best you get bored. There goes Drake on the lake. I can see him through the rushes all the time, feeling I'm just ignored. I don't pretend that this is all his doing. I'm a sucker for the billing and the cooing. 'Cause when you hear that pitter-patter of tiny feet, it doesn't matter how long I've had to sit here minding my brood. Those little heads so soft and downy, their baby bods all golden browny, their beaks constantly open waiting for food. It's the joy of motherhood, those little ducklings walking round in a line. I'll do what any other try to do my best at bringing up mine. It's the joy of motherhood, those little perks that make it all seem worthwhile. I'll do what any other mother would to get my ducks decked out and living in style.
Morning, Ida.
Morning, Maureen.
How's the mother-to-be?
Well, she'd be better if the father who was better at being the father who is. I think I would have been better off paired with a decoy.
Oh, I'm sure Drake will make a marvelous father once the family arrives.
Not him. Duck by name and duck by nature, ducking out of his responsibilities. Oh, I say, if butts were meant for sitting on eggs all day long, they should have been made with big old dimples in them.
Oh, Ida, the very thought. How much longer do you have to go?
Well, by my reckoning, they should be out by now. I went to all my prenatal hatching classes, run by that self-satisfied stork, and she said about half a month, but 2 weeks is up.
Well, the best things come to those who wait.
I don't know. Why do we put ourselves through it? Every spring, it's exactly the same.
Oh, but just think of the rewards. All those lovely little ducklings.
All those mouths to feed,
Waking you up at all hours.
getting into deep water,
Attracting unwanted admirers.
like the cat.
Why
Do we put ourselves through it?
'Cause when you hear that dibble-dabble, you're proud to say, hey, that's my rabble, and watch their maiden voyage out from the bank.
Like champagne corks, you'll see them bobbing,
Accompanied by mother sobbing.
relieved. Thanks be to nature, nobody sank. It's the joy. Oh,
Prepare yourself, Ida.
oh,
Good. Breathe. Oh, good. That's it. Relax.
oh, my goodness. Oh, It's the joy. It's the joy. It's the joy. Joy. It's the joy of motherhood. Those little perks that make it all seem worthwhile. I'll do what any other mother would to get my ducks decked out and living in style. To get my ducks decked out and living in style. My babies! Quack, quack!
Oh, Ida, they're the loveliest ducklings I've ever seen. Why, they're the image of their father.
Thanks. Speaking of Daddy, Maureen, would you be a dear and go and find him for me? He's probably making waves down at the local watering hole.
All right. Now, Auntie Marmar's off. I'll see you later.
Auntie Marmar. What a weird name. What a big world it is. Yeah. Far out. I was getting well cramped inside my egg.
Now, don't go thinking this is the whole world. It stretches far beyond the lake into the churchyard, though I've never been that far myself.
Wicked. Let's explore.
No. Hold on. Just 1 or 2 nest rules before you paddle off. Number 1, no wet webbed feet in the nest. Number 2, you should feather your own nest every morning. Number 3, no quacking after sunset. Number 4, no plankton between meals. Wait a minute, we're not all here.
Hey guys, there's gonna be another member of the gang.
Oh, quack, and it's the big one.
Look at the shell on that one.
Excellent. How come he got such a big egg?
Yeah, we were all getting all cramped inside our eggs, but that one got a queen-sized ostrich job, Mom.
It's not fair, Mama. No, Mama. It's not fair.
take a good look at him because you might not get to see him that often. As usual, you missed it. The pitter-patter of petite paddles.
Well, I'm here now. Okay, who wants to go for a swim? All right, take one for each wing. Here's enough for everybody. What's the matter, Ida? All that sitting taking it out of you?
There's still one to hatch, dumb cluck. The big one.
Let me see that egg again. That's definitely a turkey's egg. You'll never get it to go. Hey, you guys cut that out. You'll never get it to go in the water. Just leave it and come teach the others to swim properly.
You teach the other ones to swim properly. I've been sitting for so long, a couple more days won't make a difference.
Oh, whatever you say, Dave. All right, kids, last one to the lake's a rotten egg. Hey, wait for me.
What a roll, only good for keeping eggshells warm. On the whole, they have always been more uniform. This one's different, this one's different from the rest. I can't believe a turkey's egg could fall into my nest. It's just a freak of nature, just a larger grade of all the other eggs I've ever laid. This one's different, but there's difference. What's wrong with your quack? You're not like your brothers and sisters. And you're different. Honk! If I say the word butterball, does that mean anything to you? No. How about water? Would you like to go for a swim?
I'd love to, Mama.
Oh, thank heavens for that. I knew you were one of mine. Now, your father has taken the others off for their first swimming lesson. So how about you and I do the same right here at the water's edge? Nothing too fancy, mind, just the basics to get you started. Ooh, it's a bit nippy, but it'll soon warm up. The most important thing to remember is not to be afraid of the water.
I'm not afraid, Mama. Can we swim out to that island?
Oh, good gracious, no. It's further than you think. Why? I haven't been out that far since your father and I were courting. I didn't mean to go that far then. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, well just do as I do and you should take to it like a You should take to it. Hold your head up high like the most happy fella while down below each thigh. Apropos, a propeller must keep paddling like the clappers, just keep paddling with your flappers while seeming to be dreaming and calm.
Like this?
That's the way. Bend your knees. No splashing, please.
Sorry.
And steady, watch that eddy to your right. Danger sign.
Danger sign.
That's fishing line.
Fishing line.
Which strangles if it tangles you up tight. He's a natural in a class of his own.
This is wonderful. I am feeling full grown.
Look at you. You have every reason to hold your head up high. As if free from all troubles, your back stays nice and dry.
But my bottom's in bubbles.
Keep paddling like the clappers. Just keep paddling with your flappers while seeming to be dreaming and calm. Let's go for a dive. a break.
I feel fresh as a daisy.
Your legs must ache.
No, they don't. Are you crazy?
And maybe, now my baby, we should stop.
Would one lap of the lake be okay? It's the greatest thing. Can't we have one more try?
This is Knackering. He swims better than I.
Pretty please.
Give me strength.
Bend those knees.
Just one length then. Seeming to be dreaming and calm. Just beneath the surface, you may struggle to get by,
But nothing can deter you.
if you hold your head up high.
There, that's better. What did you mean when you said I'm not like my brothers and sisters? What is different?
Well, for one thing, I'm sure you can swim much faster than they can.
Do you really think so? And what else?
The most important thing to remember is it's what's inside what matters, not what we look like.
What's Mama Lay?
Oh, it's an orange preserve often found on toast.
No. What's Mama Lay?
Oh my God! Get back there! Get! Ida, listen to me very carefully, love. I want you to come towards me very slowly. No sudden moves.
What are you quacking about?
There's something behind you. Something not very nice.
Oh, this is your son, dear.
Ah! Created a monster.
Don't be ridiculous. He's just not your normal run-of-the-mill pond duck, that's all.
That's all. I have a reputation.
And I know. I wouldn't brag about it if I were you.
I'm scared.
I tell you, he's a turkey.
He is not a turkey. He loves the water.
Cranberry sauce!
See? He didn't even flinch. Now, it's time to get all spruced up so that we can meet the other members of the duck yard and be educated in the ways of the world. Drake, don't stare at him.
Look at him.
Now then, children, let's not make a fuss.
Look at him.
Are you sure he's really one of us?
Family likeness isn't strong, still you won't poke fun. All of you must get along. He's a special son. Now come along, children, and make sure to follow me closely at all times or you may get trodden on. And beware of the cat.
Look at him. Legs are bending and the knees are not. Look at him.
That was obviously eggshell shock.
Let the neighbors scream and howl when they see our brood. He's the foulest waterfowl.
Why are you so rude?
Ooh, touchy.
Oh, hello.
What a splendid brood. Say, how'd you make out with that big egg? Did he hatch out all right?
Oh, no.
Look at him. Come on, Ida, tell me what went wrong. Look at him. Did you leave him in the egg too long?
I admire you for your pluck, strictly entre nous. He may be no pin-up duck, dear? Are you?
Well, I must be going. I hear the kids are throwing French bread into the water. It sounds très chic, and I don't want to miss out.
Look at you, look at me, what's it matter?
Obvious.
Why do I make you all laugh and scoff?
Have you seen your reflection?
Why don't we play with the fishes?
Because you'd scare them off. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
Look at him. You admit he is a bit extreme.
No parents will start
Look
quibbling.
at him, just a variation on a
This is
theme.
really ugly sibling.
I don't want to see my son left out on a limb. Why is it that everyone has to cheer?
There's your answer, dear.
Look at him.
Peck, peck, peck. Well, I hate to be picky, but the duck peck, peck looks a little bit dicky. Look at him. Bark! Did you ever see a pig with wings? Look at him. Bark! Don't genetics do the strangest things? Though the thought may not appeal, break the ties that bind. If you gave the cat a meal, nobody would mind. Bark!
Line up, everyone. Short ones at the front. Look at him. He's an ugly one, there is no doubt. Go, go, go! Look at him. Does he have his giblets inside out? Go, go, go! What else would explain his looks being quite so rough? How on earth will gourmet cooks know which end to stuff?
Look at him, look at us, he doesn't fret. Look at him, look at us, we're so bad.
Sometimes we find it is kinder if some eggs never hatch.
Now, that's what I call a snack. Look at him. Still a duckling, but there's so much more. Look at him. Finest cat food that I ever saw. Better still, he won't be missed. They think he's a flop. Maybe they'll let me assist, giving him the chop.
Now, in a moment, you'll be presented to Her Grace, the most distinguished duck on the lake. She was once paired with a mandarin, and you'll notice that she has a red band of cloth around her leg. That means she's looked up to by both men and animals. It's the greatest distinction a duck can enjoy.
Okay, everyone. Now, don't turn your toes in, just bow your heads politely and say quack.
Look at him. Now he's ruining our photograph.
Just imagine how he's feeling.
Mother Nature must have had a laugh.
In a way, he's quite appealing.
A relation one should sever.
Look at him.
He is gawky. Whatever.
He does so. He really is an ugly monster.
He's my son and I love him. Do you see what you've done? You're to blame. This duckyard would be so boring if we all looked the same.
Look at him. But he's not your kid. But we got him as a brother. And he's worse than any other.
Little thing. His neck just made you ring.
Hey, Turkey, you been messing with my missus?
What are you talking about? nothing like him. I'm a self-basting, self-boasting, fine prime specimen with wonderful spurs. As for that, well, I wouldn't use it to stuff a duvet with.
Speaking of stuffing, I don't suppose you'll be so full of yourself come Thanksgiving.
I hate that word.
What, stuffing?
No, Thanksgiving.
Congratulations. Oh, delightful.
Oh, thank you, Your Grace.
Tell me, the big chappie in the back, whatever happened there? Not exactly your classic Beatrix Potter, is he?
I wish the others wouldn't make fun of him so. I'm sure he'll be all right as he gets older.
Well, the others are a triumph, my dear. Only wish I could have produced a brood of my own this year.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. You must miss him terribly.
Yes, he was a fine duck, the Mandarin, but alas, he became crispy and aromatic before his time. Still, life goes on. Now, where's that Maureen got to with that French bread? Oh, yeah.
Tara! You have to try this. It is so much better than the other bread. Even the crusts are nice.
I'll give it a dabble. I got room for a little gobble gobble.
Oh, yes, Maureen, it's delicious. Come on, children.
Make way for the red-banded duck. Honk! Ida, you simply are going to have to do something about that honk.
Oh, look, croissant!
Get back. You're too big for your age already.
Wait, stop. Why are you picking on me? I'm hungry too. Quonk! Quonk! If I knew just how dearly I would love to quonk, but it's true. I'm a bird who seems to lack the knack. I'm just different. I'm just different from the rest. But who can blame them wanting me to find another nest? But different isn't naughty. Different isn't bad. So why should being different make me sad? I'm just different. They're like peas from the same pod. No wonder they make fun of me. Life's harder when you're odd. But different isn't scary. Different is no threat. And though I'm still their brother, they forget I didn't choose to look this way. I didn't want to be unique. I don't like these grubby feathers, and I hate my stubby beak. There's a runt in every litter, one black sheep in every flock. But when you know it's you somehow, your ego takes a knock. I'm just different, but I have a sense of pride. My looks may well be funny, but I hurt the same inside. Different isn't spiteful, different isn't wrong. So why is it so hard to get along? I only want to get Different isn't hateful. Different could be swell. Different is just, well, different.
Hello, Ducky.
Who are you?
I'm your friend.
I haven't got any friends. Everyone hates me because I'm ugly.
Oh, they are too cruel. I think you look delicious.
What did you say?
I said poultry can be so malicious. Look at them guzzling all that bread.
It's supposed to be really nice. It's French.
À l'orange. Do you mean to say they wouldn't let you have any?
Not a crumb.
Well, that settles it then. Lunch is in on me.
Do you really mean it? You really are a friend.
Well, of course I am. Now just come along.
Well, I'd better ask my mother.
Oh, no, you mustn't look. She is talking to her grace. Don't you know a duckling must never interrupt anyone who is talking to her grace?
I really think I should.
Yes. What a feast.
Little on the stale side, but one mustn't grumble.
Mama?
Yes. Excuse me, Your Grace. Beaky, quit standing on Downy's foot. It makes her go around in circles.
Mama, would it be all right if I...
Yeah, just a moment. Billy, not such big mouthfuls. And dip it in water first or you'll choke.
Mama, would it be all right if I...
Oh, yeah, sure. Fluff. Oh, gosh, I hope you're not just picking out the raisins.
Listen, we won't be gone long, and you're hungry, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, that makes two of us. Come along.
Well, if you're sure.
Oh, I'm quite sure.
It's Ida I feel sorry for. How she managed to lay that egg, I'll never know. Makes my eyes just water thinking about it.
I just think it puts out the wrong message, having someone looking like that paraded around the lakeside amenities.
Do you mind? That's my son you're talking about. There is nothing wrong with him. He's just a little different, that's all. I think that makes him someone rather special.
Well said, Ida. I agree with you. And if I agree, then everyone agrees. I think an apology is in order from you too.
Wait a minute. Where's he gone?
I thought he was with you.
He was just a moment ago.
Well, if he had any sense, he'd have gone to find a bag to put over his head.
Drake, that's enough.
Oh, settle down, love. He couldn't have gone far. He probably just went down to the lake. You know how he loves to swim.
Not without telling me he wouldn't. Where is he gone?
Oh, for goodness sake. Turkey, would you go down by the milking shed and look there? Maureen and Henrietta, would you check by the hen house, please? We'll go get the ducklings and check down at the lake. All right, come on.
And I'll coordinate operations from the grain store.
For famished felines.
It's a nice place you've got here.
Oh, a little bijou perhaps, but I like to think of it as home. Now, let me see. Casserole of duck, duck with cherries, duck and chestnuts, duck and pineapple. Duck pate, duck pancakes with plum sauce. Ah, here we are. Duck à l'orange.
What are we having?
I'm having you for lunch.
Well, yes, I know that. But what are we going to eat?
Oh, I'll whip up something. A surprise.
My mom must have been thinking of someone else. She told me to beware of the cat.
Bless her. Mothers are all the same. For some reason, they seem to think it's part of their job description to stop us from having any fun. Not my mother, though. She was different. Do you know what she used to say to me?
No. What?
You can scratch the antique furniture to sharpen up your claws. You can lacerate the cushions if you're ever stuck indoors. You can dig up all the flowers from the freshly planted beds. And with articles of clothing, it's okay to pull some threads. But I remember as a kindergarten kitten, one phrase that left me singularly smitten. You can play with your food before you eat it. You can shiver your chow before you chew. You can play with your food, you can't beat it. So, Ducky, let me play with you. You can play with your food before you bite it. You can toy with your tuck before the crunch. You can play with your food, why fight it? It's a crazy little game called lunch. So tell me, Ducky, what would you like to play? It can be anything. I won't tell your mother.
Anything? Well, I'd like to paddle in the puddles, dabble in the mud, tickle sticklebacks in the shallows. Then maybe if there's time, go sliding in the slime to the marsh where they find marshmallows. I'll go and slay a dragonfly, watch water boatmen race. To say that cats are dangerous is clearly not the case.
Oh, I'd rather play a game that's sharp and witty, and preferably with something in the kitty. You can play with your food before you nibble. You can jest with your joint before you slice. You can play with your food, but don't dribble. My mama gave the best advice. You can play with your food before you gulp it. You can just rest your meal before you munch. You can play with your food, then pulp it. It's a crazy little game called lunch.
We could go rushing in the rushes, dashing down a ditch, find a kind of place where it's boggy. Then make a little camp that is secretive and damp for me and my mate the Moggy. And if the other ducklings want to come and join our games, they'll have to make a promise first to stop calling me names.
Oh, I'll help you to forget the way they scolded. Just as soon as I have got my napkin folded.
Cook it! Cook it! Bring it back! Bring it here!
Go get it. Ducky, where are you? Oh, you want to play hide and seek, do you? Am I getting warmer? Okay. You can play with your food before you eat it. You can shiver your chow before you chew. You can play with your food, you can't beat it. So, ducky, 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 let me play with you. You can play with your food before you bite it. You can toy with your tuck before the crunch. You can play with your food, why fight it? It's a crazy little game. Do you like oranges?
I don't know, I've never tried one.
Well, suck on this. It's a crazy little game called lunch.
What's that noise?
Salivating.
No, not that. It's coming from outside.
That's just those wretched children from the farmhouse playing ball. Do they ever play with me? Do they come and ring around my Rosie? I don't suppose they even remember they own a cat. Some people just shouldn't keep animals, and 8 out of 10 cats who express a preference would agree with me.
What are people?
What are people? You don't want to get mixed up with them. Bad news, that's what people are. Just think yourself lucky, Ducky, that I am going to spare you from ever having to encounter them. Duck! Yes, correct. It's a duck. Duck! Yes, I know. It's a ruddy duck.
Actually, I think I'm a mallard.
Duck! Oh! Struck out by a foul ball.
Oh no, they're coming inside. That's a good idea. You hide. The heat is up. I'm gonna try to find my own way back. Perhaps we can have lunch some other time. Goodbye. Now, was it left past the cowshed and right at the hen house, or no? That's right, there was a pig's trough because I remember the smell. And there was a water butt he wouldn't let me swim in, and no, I'm sure it was left past the cowshed. I'd like to paddle in the puddles, dabble in the mud, tickle sticklebacks in the shallows. Oh dear, I think I'm lost.
Lost? Ida, ducklings don't get lost with cats. You know that.
We don't know that for sure.
Did the cat really eat it, Mama? That's gross. Fancy eating something as ugly as that.
All right, now that's enough. I don't want to hear another quack. Now he's going to be home in the morning, and when he gets there, you're going to be nice to him. Now, off to roost.
But the description. The donkey said he saw a cat walking around with, well, what else looks like that?
I don't believe it. He is a tough little duck, and I'm sure he could outsmart that mangy old Tom.
So tell me, Ida, it has been a week now since your son went missing. How are you bearing up? Could you manage a tear for the camera?
What?
Oh, good day, Brian. Leave this to me, love. All right, now which do you think is my best side?
Drake, what is this?
Zoom in for the headshot. Confusion, anguish, matrimonial disquiet. I love it. And close up for the reaction shot.
This deer is Jaybird from America's Most Feathered. They're doing a feature. This will get us one up on the Pelicans. Here's that picture you asked for. I'm afraid it's a bit torn. Of course, we're all still in a very, very deep state of...
Ida, there have been rumors of farmyard bullying. Do you believe your son was abducted, or is it possible that he ran away to escape his persecutors?
What are you saying?
That's good. I'll buy that. Defensive, yet emotional. Just a hint of anger. I'm filling up here.
Why don't you just leave us alone?
Nice. Oh, very nice. Feisty cells.
Hey, wait, does no one care what I think?
Sorry, sir. Come to the end of transmission. I'm going to leave the final word here with Ida, just in case the sun is out there watching. But for now, this is Jaybird from America's Most Feathered. Saying that if you see anything suspicious, from thieving magpies to lost ducklings, the chicks on the switchboard are ready to take your phone call. All right, Ida, it's all yours.
And don't start blubbing, for God's sakes.
Every time I turn around, I expect you to appear. Everyone may call my name, but it's your voice that I hear. Every moment that you're gone is a moment dark and gray. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away. Go away! Go away, all of you! Every day will seem to be more empty than the last. Everywhere the sun once shone, a shadow has been cast. Every moment that you're gone is a moment dark and gray. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away.
Ida, you just can't leave me with the other four.
Drake, you'll manage. My mind is made up.
It's a waste of your time, love. You know it is. Besides that, it's dangerous to go beyond the churchyard this time of year.
I won't be satisfied until I find the truth. Please try to understand. A mother knows.
Well, you better take the cell phone then.
Every moment seems an hour. Every hour lasts a day. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed
Now where have they got to? Shabby flock? I do wish they'd keep up. No discipline. That's the trouble with the goslings of today.
Well, they're probably tired, dear. We have been watching for an awfully long time.
Poppycock, Would you prefer that we fly? With a chute on the marsh? I think not, my sweet. This way.
Excuse me, I wonder if you could help.
Keep walking, dear. Ice front. UFO at 4 o'clock.
You see, I'm lost.
No excuse for bad navigation. A bird who gets off his flight path doesn't deserve his wings. That's what I always say, isn't it, dear?
Always, dear.
But you see, I can't even fly yet. I've got lost on foot.
Bah, infantry, eh? Messy business.
But he's only a youngster. Maybe we should direct him. Give him his marching orders.
Bah. Well, right, well. We're geese. Migrants, you know. Birds of passage. We're a tight fleet. Wouldn't do good for us to lose our way, what?
Well, dear, there was that time that we ended up in the Wayward Islands.
Windward, dear, windward. That was a different matter entirely. Weak thermals, strong headwinds, blowing off course.
So how come my sister managed to get to Fort Lauderdale?
Yes. That's quite.
Where were you trying to get to, dear?
Back to my mother on the lake. It must be in that direction. I saw some birds flying over a few minutes ago.
Well, if you did, it was probably their last flying mission, what?
What do you mean?
Well, haven't you heard? The ground to air, bang, bang, pop, pop, what?
No.
There's a chute on the marsh, dear. It's very dangerous.
What is a chute?
Well, it's a people sport. A group of men move through the marsh, scaring the birds into the air, while a second group of men with guns shoot them back out to the air again.
The cat warned me about people.
The cat?
Yes, you see, I went off with his cat.
Huh. His parents probably wanted to get rid of the ugly blighter.
Oh. Didn't your mother ever warn you how dangerous a cat is?
Well, yes, she did.
But the enemy? Nasty piece of work. Pulled your wishbone soon as look at you.
But the cat said he was my friend.
You don't want friends like that, dear. Your mother was right to warn you.
She was?
Gun dogs. Well, they must have started the shoot again. I'd hoped it hadn't come to this, but I have no option. Right at ease. Company, haul in! I didn't mean literally. Oh. At ease, all right? Eyes front, let's have a look at you. Barnacles, barnacles. When I had said eyes front, I had hoped your body would be facing in a similar direction.
Sorry, Wing Commander!
Bigfoot, you've trodden in something. How many times must I tell you to mind your own business? See to it. Snowy. Never mind. At ease. As you know, we've received orders to embark on a very delicate, not to say dangerous mission.
What of them is it?
Our task is one of reconnaissance and reunification.
Oh, here we go again. Translation dot.
The Duckling's lost his mum, bless him, and we're off to find her.
If that's what it means, why doesn't he say it? You can always tell a pompous bird by his pigeon English.
All right, men. Hut, ho! As you know, we're about to face our most perilous mission to date. You're a fine body of geese, and I know you will give of your very best. Good luck, men. We're off on a wild goose chase. We will be no stranger to danger. The squadron will show no fear.
We're off, and no matter where we roam, although the mind boggles these gaggling goggles, is sure to find your home.
Runways clear, prepare for takeoff, dear. We must play our part.
Hark at him, I fear his cabin lights are rather dim.
Chucks away, our air display must start. We're off on a wild goose chase.
find our simple mission, position the whereabouts of your farm.
We're off, and unless we're blown into kingdom come, we won't be back until we found your mom.
But we don't know where her farm is, dear. How do you expect us to find it?
Don't worry, I'll navigate.
That's what I was afraid of.
We're off on a wild goose chase. It's a thankless task, but we ask who could do it as well as we. We're off keen to solve this problem's crux.
For what?
It'd be grander than having a gander for AWOL missing ducks. What? I believe we've spoken of the subject of your spectacles before, Barnacles. Cattails do not advance. One thing they're most famous for is being rooted to the spot.
Hello, Ducky. I thought I'd lost you.
Stand back or I'll back.
Be still my quaking legs. I'm going to be used. I've come to take you home. Your mother is carrying on something fearful.
My mother? You've seen my mother?
Oh, of course. She sent me to fetch you. A special envoy.
Now listen here, Cat. I'm in command around here, and me and my squadron have taken personal charge of the Duckling's safe return to his mother.
Well, I wouldn't try flying at the moment. Haven't you heard the guns?
We'll commence maneuvers as soon as the shooting party is over.
It's their party, but we'll fly if we want to.
Silence in the ranks.
It's a little joke, sir.
Maybe I could be of assistance. I'll go over to the chute and let you know when they're packing up for the day.
Very well. But no funny business. I know several ways to skin your type.
It's like taking candy from a baby.
We're off on a wild goose chase.
You may think it odd that a squad such as ours can perform this role. We're off, and we'll prove that's not the case.
Avoiding the ack-ack, we'll search for the squack-quack and then return to base. Company, present paper. Present code. As you know, we're about to face our most perilous mission to date. I need hardly remind you of the risks involved or the ultimate price that we may have to pay. As we fly on to glory, I want you to know how very proud I am of this squadron. Keep a stiff upper beak, men, and always remember our motto: Semper Victorum non pate de foie gras!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dot, and I am your senior flight attendant. And on behalf of Captain Greylad, I would like to welcome you to this afternoon's flight from Boggy Marshland to some far-flung farm. We'll be flying at an altitude of several feet and flying in a rather attractive V formation. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing, we would like you to use the safety procedures we have been over so many times before. Once again, thank you for choosing Goose Air, the fluffy skies.
Parachute for you, Cat.
For me?
Oh, yes. I don't think I'm leaving you here with the Duckling, do you? Oh, no, Puss. You're coming with us.
Cat litter.
Wings are spread.
Don't delay.
Our excess bags are stored away inside.
and up here bright and easy. I thought dreams were made for a reason, but hope seems to fade with each season. And Mama, you seem so far away. It's your voice that I hear.
More empty than the last. Everywhere had a shadow
And all the while wandering, reminiscing, I keep pondering if she's missing me. Maybe in the way I miss her. Just knowing that you're out there will help me to get by. Until we're reunited, I will hold my head up high.
You two go on inside. I'm gonna sweep up the leaves off the front porch.
No, people person.
I'll be in later to give you a dish of cream, Queenie, and there'll be some corn for you, Lobud, if you can lay me an egg for my lunch. How about a brown one with speckles?
Brown I can manage, but I am fresh out of speckles.
What is that? There's a dirty footprint on the shag.
And it's always in a place where it shows. People are so thoughtless that way.
Well, never mind where they step. My point is that someone has stepped at all. In our house.
Oh, and look there. Whoever it was burst one of the pillows.
I'm not a burst pillow.
Oh, my word, it speaks.
What are you, animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Duckable. Duck. I'm a duckling.
Are you sure? Was your mother a duck?
Yes.
Well, she must have been sick as a parrot when she saw you.
Oh, Lobud, that's terribly good.
Thank you, dear. I don't think I've ever seen such an ugly duckling.
What are you doing in our house?
Well, I was sheltering from the cold, and I saw the door was left open, so I didn't think it would hurt to step inside.
Not hurt. Not hurt. Well, let me tell you right now that the marks you left on the carpet will drive the old woman to grab the carpet fresh. And we can't bear the smell of that stuff, can we, dear?
Steady, Queenie, don't upset yourself. He's obviously going through, the molt. Excuse me. Hormones running amok, irrational behavior, mood swings.
What of it?
I don't think I like your tone, young poultry lad. Oh, and mind that. Oh, you'll be marking the antimacassar next.
What's an antimacassar?
Well, I don't know, but it obviously works. There hasn't been a macassar in the house for as long as I can remember.
Oh, Queenie, that's terribly good. You are a funny cat.
Thank you, dear.
cat. Are you a cat?
Well, of course I'm a cat.
So, are you going to eat me?
Oh. No, don't be disgusting. The very thought. I've never been into the bird butchering business. Can't be doing with all those feathers. It's like eating a meal and flossing your teeth at the same time. No. The old woman poaches me, a fresh fish.
But the old woman is a person. Doesn't she hurt you? And you're a chicken. Why is she keeping you shut inside? Don't you prefer it out in the yard?
Oh, you must be crazy. All that scratching and scraping. Oh, no. My place is on the sofa, thank you very much. Queenie and I are domesticated.
It takes all sorts to make a world. On that point we are clear. It takes all sorts to make a world, but we don't want them here. Our taste is good and liberal. Our views are well expressed. It takes all sorts to make a world. It's just that our sort's best. So you should be grateful that Lobet and I are even bothering to enter into conversation with riffraff such as yourself. You see, Lobet's so named because of her obvious deficiency in the leg department. Lobet is usually most particular about whom she chooses to speak to.
Well, I don't mind telling you that Queenie is downright snobbish when it comes to social relations with poultry. I count myself most fortunate that our common interest in needlepoint has rendered us such close friends.
When one explores the great outdoors, one fears what one may see.
We're nouveau riche, our perfect niche is here on the settee.
Outside, the world keeps changing. It's a constant state of flux.
That doesn't suit domestic folk. It's best left for you ducks. Oh, it takes all sorts to make a world. On that point we are clear. It takes all sorts to make a world, but we don't want them here. Our taste is good and liberal. Our views are well expressed. It takes all sorts to make a world. It's just that our sorts.
I think my sort's...
Our sort's best.
But what do you do here all day?
Oh, well, we sit and chat, and we sit and chat, and sometimes I will arch my back and watch the sparks fly from my fur.
And then we sit and chat, and we sit and chat, and I lay an egg.
And is that it?
What else is there for civilized folk to do? What do you do?
Well, my absolute favorite thing is swimming. It's so wonderful letting the water close over your head as you plunge right down to the bottom.
Oh, well, Lobet knows all about plunging down to the bottom, don't you, dear?
Well, come on, I'll show you.
Swimming in the autumn. I've never heard of such a crazy notion.
Well, you could use the exercise, dear. Think of your thigh meat. She's got drumsticks like an ostrich.
Well, I don't mind telling you, Queenie, that you're not exactly a slave to your step aerobics. It's as much as you can do to get your flap open.
Well, gracious, Lobet, you're missing your TV program. Chop chop. Well, she loves her antique shows.
Where's the remote?
You're sitting on it.
6 months on, and still no sighting of the duckling, who, as you will remember from the photographs released at the time, has what can be best described as a rather unforgettable appearance. Now, our experts believe that he may have already undergone certain changes. They have put together a composite of what they believe he may look like today. Some viewers may find this image Disturbing.
I'm sure he is still out there somewhere. So if anyone has seen him, please call in.
Mama?
Yes, once again, viewers, we are appealing to you. If you have any information, the number is coming up on your screen.
Mama?
Is there something you'd like to tell us, dear?
Mama?
Did you run away from home?
No,
Oh, well, there's only one thing to do. I'll call from the kitchen.
Oh no, the old woman.
Oh, don't be silly. She wouldn't ring her own doorbell. Come in.
Quack! Quack!
What are you doing here?
Thought I cooked my goose, eh? Is that any way to treat your long-lost father?
Your father. Ugliness certainly runs in the family.
He's not my father. Don't listen to him.
Oh, he is overcome. Son, hug your daddy. Your mother and I have been worried sick.
Don't let him near me. Does he look like a duck?
Now, dear, people who live in glass houses shouldn't call the kettle black. Something like that.
Children will have their fun. I'm sorry if he has caused you any inconvenience. I'm most grateful that you've kept him all in one piece. Come along, Ducky. Thank the nice poultry for looking after you.
He's a cat, I tell you. A sly, treacherous, double-crossing.
Hungry.
No good, conniving tomcat.
No use. The line's busy.
Hello.
Mercy, another duck? But you got a pond to go back to?
Meow.
Didn't you say his mother was worried sick?
Meow. Meow.
I told you he was a tomcat.
Tomcat.
Queenie, don't get any funny ideas. We've an arrangement. Don't forget it. Oh, there will be tears before bedtime.
I'd be honored, though I'm not of your ilk, if we could get together, maybe share a dish of milk.
Sir, I'd be delighted, though it's true you're a scruff. But when once had things easy, one likes a bit of rough.
Queenie, you loose cat.
Meow. Together on the tiles we will talk hotter. Together we will sit on garden walls. Together we will make tin roofs seem hotter.
Together, you'll be throwing up fur balls.
Together, we will build ourselves a cat for lap. Together, and a duck will fly in. Together, we will snuggle for a cat nap.
Together, you could string a violin. Have you forgotten, dear? The clinic has confirmed that they can fit you in. You need to be dewormed, and with your last attack, you almost filled a sack. So maybe you should go. It's only fair to say that she is rather prone to carry parasites. Her fur is not her own, and on the hygiene front, to be both frank and blunt, it's better you don't know. Although I don't wish to gripe, I don't think she'd be your type.
Together we will sing our own cat's chorus. Together we can choose our favorite keys. Together
conquer all before us. Together, you can rid her of her fleas. You have to help me out, it's looking pretty grim. What will become of me if she should go with him? She's gone all gooey-eyed and I'm terrified. She'll leave me on the shelf. Well, run! Oh dear, alas, alack, the door was left ajar. The duckling has escaped. He won't have got that far. If you start making tracks, you're bound to hear his quacks and catch him for yourself. Don't let us delay your trip. He'll soon be within your grip. This heartache. Together we've the strength to see it through. Together as if nothing really happened. Together we will stay. Together.
My mistake was letting her go searching for my son. Yeah, that one. It ain't right. I've spent weeks filling beaks, hearing daddy, daddy, daddy. I'm depressed round the nest day and night. And what sort of time do you call this?
We sort of lost track of time. The owl didn't give a hoot.
Well, your father does.
Mom would have let us stay out.
Mom's not here. You're grounded.
Oh, Wano.
And where did you pick language like that up at? I told you not to hang around that jaybird. He's so blue.
Well, you say it all the time.
That's different. I say it in a mature, adult, and grown-up way.
It still means the same thing, Dad.
What?
When's Mom coming back?
I don't know, honey. And did you preen your feathers like I asked you to?
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
What do you mean you haven't gotten around around to it yet. What are they teaching you these days? Do you know what happens to ducks that don't preen?
What?
They sink. What?
But she is coming back.
I don't know, honey. And did you eat the pondweed I packed for you today?
The pelicans don't have pondweed.
No, the pelicans wouldn't have pondweed. What?
Will she find ugly?
I don't know. I don't know. It's time to roost. Don't forget to brush your beaks. And don't use all the water. My bill's big enough. When Ida said she'd go, I had to let her. A shame because this apron suits her better. Where's the joy in motherhood? And endless round of chores that have to be done. And when you think you've seen the back of them, you find an actual fact, you're back at square one. There's no joy in motherhood, or if there is, it's something I just can't see. Yet Ida somehow copes with all of this. And then on top of that, she puts up with me. Now what?
I will search every pond, I will search every stream, every river. And the broadest of bays and the widest of lakes must be crossed. While you are missing from my life, it's me who's feeling lost. Without you, I feel
Well, Drake, have you heard anything from Ida yet?
No, she's got the cell phone switched off. But the pigeon delivered a letter this morning. It says, I'm here, Twin Jugs, Minnesota. I don't know if that's a place or if she was being offensive.
He was about so high with a rather characteristic honk.
Sounds like that, Squatty. Shot through a while ago. Say he shot through, but it was us who shot through. It was practically like Sag Harbor.
I think you mean Pearl Harbor, dear.
Yes, quite. Well, I have a map. Hope it helps.
How do I know you're not a cat?
I beg your pardon?
Well, the last duck that came through this way turned out to be a tomcat. One of those nasty trans featherites.
Did somebody say tomcat?
No, Drake, listen. He was last seen traveling in the direction of Moreland Farm.
Here, isn't it?
Yes.
How very interesting.
You!
you?
A swan. Oh, mind you don't hurt yourself on that hook. No point in us both getting damaged.
Swan.
Typical me, my first migration, and what happens?
Your first what?
Migration. The cold weather is setting in, and we're leaving today for the warm lands.
Leaving?
You're a funny one, all these questions.
Sorry.
What's your name?
Everyone calls me ugly.
Oh, don't listen to them. It's a stage we all go through. You should hear some things they called me before the molt. Penny plain, penny dreadful, penny dropping.
Pretty Penny? How could anyone call you names?
Well, like I say, it's just a stage we all go through.
There, just more loop around your leg.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was going to be left behind, and this is no place to spend the winter alone. Where's your flock?
Well, I don't know. I was separated from my family, and it seems to more look for them the farther I wander away.
That's dreadful. When did you last see them?
In the spring.
In the spring? You've been lost since the spring? You poor thing. You can't stay here for the winter. You'll freeze.
I'll be okay.
Penny! Come with me. The others won't mind, and then next spring, we'll return together, and I'll help you find your family.
I couldn't possibly.
Of course you could. Come on, or we'll never catch up.
I'd love to. I really would, but I can't fly, at least not well enough to go with you.
It doesn't matter if you're not as strong as the others. I'll stay back with you and fly at your pace.
It sounds wonderful. It really does, but I have to find my mother. She can't be too far away. Perhaps when you come back in the spring, we can meet up again.
I'd like that. Are you sure you'll be all right?
I'm sure.
Penny, come along, darling. We're going to be late.
I really hate to leave you here like this, but I have to go. Goodbye, and thank you. I won't forget you. Honk!
I've seen butterflies on bluebells drinking in the dew, cobwebs in the sunlight shining. I've seen them too. I've seen woodlands in the autumn, falling leaves of every shade and hue. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. I've seen waterfalls cascade, sparkling in the light. Damselflies that dance their dance from morning till night. I've seen rainbows reaching skyward, pass between the clouds, then fade from view. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. And though I've seen the willows weeping branches, the misty morning air, a clear and starry night has nothing to compare with you. won't remember me. Bet she doesn't even come back. But if she does, why would she want to have anything to do with someone like me?
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Oops, pardon me.
Leave me alone.
Sorry to make you jump, Feathers. Not that there's anything wrong with jumping, of course. It sort of runs or jumps in the family, depending on...
What do you want?
Want?
Well, you might as well get it off your chest. Tell me how ugly I am.
Ugly.
There. I hope you feel better now.
Well, hold on a second. You mind if I hop off and hop back on again? Ribbit, ribbit. Now take a moment with yourself, Feathers. Who am I to call you ugly? Look at me. There's C. I mean, when it comes to ugly, they don't come much more aesthetically challenged than me. I know what your problem is. You've been preening yourself too much.
What do you mean?
You've got down in the mouth. Nothing. Getting nothing.
I want to be left on my own.
Now that's just downright antisocial. Oh, sorry. I've got a human in my throat. Oh, well, I know how you feel. I started out as a blob of jelly, and it's been downhill ever since. I just tell myself, I'm just a handsome prince in frog's clothing. And one day, someone's going to kiss me and release my inner beauty. And I think to myself, nah, who am I kidding? Who wants to French a frog? You know what our problem is?
What?
Our image isn't vogue, that's all. It's just a matter of taste. But you mark my words. One day, ugly will be in. If you just sit side on your lily pad, each silly fad will pass. And those who sport this season's looks will fall right on their ass. Ask your mother what it's called. For fashion is a fickle thing, but just you wait and see. The day will come when we're in style, and then I guarantee out there someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya, warts and all. Out there, just around the corner, in amongst the fauna, someone's gonna fall for you. Though I'm Tyrannosaurus Rexy, some will find me sexy in my way. Though it may take some time to find them, when you do, you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. Warts and all.
Do you really believe that?
Of course I did. If I didn't, I might as well just jack it all in and donate my legs to gastronomic research. I'm telling you, Feathers, you gotta look on the sunny side of the lily pad. The ugliest of creatures have a few redeeming features, so why not let your better point shine forth?
A mouth that runs from east to west is bound to make you look depressed. It's better if the corners both point north.
Now you're croaking my language, so don't go into hiding. There's no need for disguise. Even some potatoes have got nice eyes. I'm telling you, Feathers, out there, someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya.
Warts and all.
That's it.
Out there in a muddy puddle, someone needs a cuddle, though the chance is small.
It's true, just think, whenever you need boosting, one day you'll be roosting with a mate. take some time to find them. When you do, you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. Warts and all, tell them, kids. Those are my babies. Oh, I'm Tyrannosaurus Rexy. Some will find me sexy in my way.
They'll find you sexy.
Oh, it may take some time to find them. When you do, you'll have a ball.
'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya. Stand up.
In a muddy puddle, someone needs a cuddle.
The chance is small. It's true.
Just think, whenever you need boosting, one day you'll be
Soon I'll be roosting with a mate.
Oh,
It may take some time to find them. When you do, you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. Out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya.
Well, must stop. Be seeing your feathers. And remember, one day we will be the flavor of the month. Oh, what am I saying?
Hi, if you ever find yourself near the duckyard, do call in. I'd love for you to meet my family.
Hope you find them all right. Stay warm, stay cheerful. See her. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Well, what do we have here? A nice humble duckling. Now, it's no good you go struggling and honking. I have a family to feed. You'll make a fine Sunday roast. Now, let's see. Where's my knife? Whew. It's colder than a penguin picnic out here tonight. Darn, I must have left that knife in my car. Hello, Ducky. I see the macrame class is paid off.
How'd you find me?
Oh, a little bird told me.
Well, you're too late. You're being eaten by the people.
Such a waste.
Even if you did help me escape, you'd only eat me for yourself. True. Well, you're not gonna have me. No, he's coming back.
Now listen, Ducky. I have what I think you will agree is a very tempting proposition.
Well, I don't like oranges if that's part of the plan.
If you come with me, I will take you back to the farm and you will get to see your mother for one last time.
You may get eaten, right?
Well, you can't have it both ways. Quick, make up your mind.
All right, you're on.
And remember, don't try any funny business. At least this way you get to see your mother again.
Well, Colonel McCream in my cornflakes, he's a snake! do you know where you're going? We seem to be going around in circles.
Shut up! It's this snow. It makes everything look the same.
The skies are gray and menacing. A blizzard would seem certain. And even good King Wenceslas would not draw back his curtain. I can't see beyond the end of my beak.
Keep going. It must be close now.
Hello? Are you out there? Is anyone out there?
The wind has blown the snow in drifts, too beautiful for words.
It may look good for Christmas cards.
But not for presents.
Honey? No. My baby. No. No, it can't end like this. Not after all this time. Poor little thing. What was it all for? What was the point of your little life? It can't end like this. It can't.
Or will it, my dear?
But he's dead. My baby is dead, and it's all my fault. He wandered away from the nest last spring. I wanted to go after him, but I had his brother and sisters to rear. I couldn't just leave them. Now it's too late.
Cry, cry, my dear, for the warmth of a mother's tears can thaw the stoniest frost.
If only I could believe that.
You must. Without hope, what else is there?
I'm not a duck. I
Father. The signet I told you about. The one who saved my life. You remember me? Come on, say you remember me.
Of course I remember you. How could I forget you? You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Well, you should take a look at your own reflection. I've seen rainbows reaching skyward, pass between the clouds, then fade from view. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. And though I've seen the willows weeping branches, the misty morning air,
A clear and starry night has nothing to compare with you. And you knew? You knew I was a swan?
Of course I did. That's why I asked you to come with us, if only your wings had been strong enough.
And my mother? Can she come too?
Of course I can't. I'm just a baggy old duck. I can't teach you the ways of the swans.
But you taught me to swim.
And from what I remember, that nearly finished me off. It's hardly surprising, really. Imagine me teaching a swan to swim.
Well, found you. I'm not sure I'm gonna leave you.
My place is back on the lake with your father, bless him. They say birds of a feather should flock together. Your place is with the swans now. And I think I know someone who's rather keen that you should go with them.
But I really don't want to leave you.
Of course you do. Now, go on, before I get all tearful and unnecessary. Just make sure you come and visit us all in the duck yard. Take care of him for me, won't you?
Goodbye, my dear. I know this must be very hard for you, but I promise he'll be safe with us.
I'm sure you will. Now go on then. Let's see if you can fly. Go on. You can do it. Take a run at it. That's the way. He was different. He was different from the rest. Of course he can't belong with me. I know I should have guessed. He wasn't mine to mother. He wasn't mine to rear. Another dream gets washed away. Another dream. Another mother's tear. 1, 2.
Honk! You didn't really think I'd leave you behind, did you?
Oh, but you must. You must think about yourself now. It's your life and you belong with the swans.
It takes all sorts to make a world. And you said yourself the duck yard would be boring if we all looked the same. So I've decided to come back with you, to be different. We're both coming back. Be the first swans on the lake. I've been different all my life. I was different as a duckling, and now I'll just be different as a swan. I like being me. I like my honk. I like being different.
Well, you certainly are that. I'm so proud of you. Now, what are we waiting for? Let's go back. I cannot wait to see Drake's reaction. He might lay an egg. And what that might turn into doesn't bear thinking about.
Wait, I have some unfinished business to take care of.
Hello, Swanee? Swanee! How I love you! How I love you! You can play with your duck until you goose it. You can chicken your swan until you rouse. Together, we could fricassee your mother. It's a crazy little The weather's turned out nice again. It's a crazy little game called. I quit. I give up. I surrender. I think working too hard. Take me to the Betty Fur Clinic.
To relinquish the red band. Wear it with pride, for you are indeed the finest bird on the lake, as I know I was in my day. And let it be known from this day forth, the red band shall be known as the signet ring.
Blessed with royal blood.